Hello, my beautiful friend, and welcome back to another daily video. Did you know that Steam apparently is a monopoly? Neither did I. So let's jump into the article. As you can see, this is published by PC Gamer, written by Rick Lane, and as always, you will find it in the description box down below. So, study says only 72% of game developers reckon that Steam has a monopoly on PC games, to which I would argue they really don't know what a monopoly is. And even with some big caveats, it makes me wonder what the other 28% are thinking. Well, probably that the 72% are not the brightest candle in the chandelier. Most of the developers surveyed were C-suite level, whatever that means. I really don't know. For well over a decade, Steam has been the first port of call for anyone who wants to buy or sell a video game on PC. While there are alternatives like GOG, the Epic Store, and Snicker, the Xbox PC Game Store. What is this? I'm sorry. This just broke a part of my brain. Steam's enormous user base and frankly superior user experience make it the de facto marketplace where PC games make their purchases and developers jostle for their attention. Yeah, we already have it right here. We don't need more. GOG, Epic Store. I've never heard of the Xbox PC Game Store. I always thought it's just on the Xbox itself. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. We also have, what's it called? The Ubisoft thingy. EA shut down their own, I think. But also, they are really bad. And again, we have the user experience from Steam and how they react to people is just great. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. However, they are the best on the market. This is the reason why the majority of people are using Steam. And of course, myself included. I have some games on GOG because I just like to have them forever as they are mine. What it's supposed to be, by the way. Let's hope that the European Parliament is going to go into that direction with Stop Killing Games. But yeah, also, Steam had a great update for the Steam Deck and it took them way too long. It is the you can download games and the screen will just turn off so it doesn't burn itself into the screen. I don't know why it took them so long, but it's finally here. Holy damn. Uh, but does Steam's dominance of the PC gaming market constitute a monopoly? No. Well, according to a new white paper, most game developers think so, titled The State of PC Game Distribution via Games Industry. The paper concludes that 72% of game developers believe the platform has a monopoly on the PC games market. Again, no. The white paper was published by the digital distribution platform Rocky. What the hell is Rocky? If you're wondering who the heck is Rocky, okay, that is good. Then it's a new distribution platform that aims to connect publishers with various digital storefronts around the globe. The white paper was based on an independent study conducted by Atomic Research, which surveyed 306 executives in the UK and US between May 18th and May 22nd this year. Who are these people? Maybe I should go and look into this, but as this already is really stupid with 72%, I don't want to. Of those surveyed, 77% were from companies with more than 50 employees, while quarters were C-suite level senior managers. This does seem a bit like asking a group of foxes, do you think hen houses should be easier to get into? Okay, You turned this article around for me. What was it, Rick? Yeah, Rick, thanks. If anything, the fact that less than three-quarters of respondents agreed that Steam has a monopoly is surprising, and I expect it to be much higher. Of those companies surveyed, the majority said that Steam accounted for more than 75% of their revenue. Oh boy, I wonder why. Which isn't surprising, but does provide a clearer idea of just how reliant many studios are on Valve's platform. More intriguing, however, are the figures regarding Steam's competition. Oh, also Riot has their own launcher where you can buy the microtransactions. I know that 2xKO, League of Legends, Valorant are free to play, but you still have to buy the cosmetics on their own store. And they're obviously out of the competition as this is their own thing and we don't have access to, I believe, Valorant and League of Legends on Steam. You know what? Let me just check. I don't think so. It's a quick check up. Wait. League of Legends. No, we only have the Riot Forge games on here. So if you don't know Riot Forge games, these are the indie game studios that make the lore-relevant games like Ruined King, which by the way is an incredibly fantastic game. Mage Seeker, we have Convergence and so on. There are a lot of good games on Steam. Again, probably also on Epic, but I don't know. Where were we? Yeah, here. 48% of respondents said they had distributed at least one game to either the Epic Store or the Xbox Game Pass Store, while only 10% have used GOG and less than 8% have used itch. Oh yeah, itch is also a thing. I forgot that one. Thank you. Given the types of studios that contributed to the survey, the later figure is not enormously surprising. Rocky acknowledges this caveat, stating that its survey is dominated by larger companies with diverse portfolios. Yeah, but again, a study. In Germany, we have a saying. Trau keiner Statistik, die du nicht selbst gefälscht hast. Don't trust a statistic that you didn't falsify yourself. And this to me seems like something in this area, as it seems like they specifically asked certain executives, certain developers and publishing studios who are in this mindset, or maybe they have left out the other ones. We don't know. Because again, it is not a monopoly. Steam is just the easiest one to access your games, to have your friends play with. And I don't know when I used the Epic's Game Store, by the way. I use it once a week to get my free game, and then I log out of it. The last time I really used it before this year, I don't even know when. I must admit, I don't know when I played a game on there. I used it this year because a friend of mine bought Satisfactory on Steam, and I already had it on Epic because it was an exclusive for the Epic's Game Store. And then we just cross-played it. It's that simple. This is the only reason why I use the Epic Game Store. But the overall design of the store and is there an in-game overlay? I don't even know. But I use the in-game overlay in Steam constantly. And I really mean constantly. Be it in puzzle games where I pick up the notes, because even though I have paper here and a pen, sometimes it's just easier for me to go into the notes itself, because then I will not lose it, because probably ADHD, I'm still waiting for my diagnosis. And yeah, just look at my desk, then you will know it. Because I have paints to paint my Warhammer models here, my wet palette, I have models, glue, skincare products, I have more models there, trading card games there, dice, I have paper, pens, and more brushes, controller, 3D printed stuff, and so on. Yeah, my desk is. Yeah, the Steam overlay, circling back again to that one. In blueprints, by the way, I use that constantly because you really need to take notes for that one. But yeah, again, the great consensus the study found regarded the future shape of gaming distribution, with 80% of respondents saying they expected to use alternative distribution channels alongside Steam in the next 5 years. This includes the aforementioned storefronts, as well as marketplaces like GTA and Kinguin, and bundle specialists like Fanatical and Humble Bundle. Huh. I don't know GTA and Kinguin. I just know Grand Theft Auto and I'm waiting for GTA 6. Rocky CEO and co-founder Vadim Andreev, that sounds Eastern European, said the company created this report to highlight the trends that matter, though I'd rather think attention might have something to do with it. In which case, well played. If Steam does have a monopoly, and let's face it, it probably does, no it doesn't, it's largely because nobody has come up with a rival that does what it does anywhere near as well, as explained by Robin Valentine when he reviewed PC Gaming's various launches last year. Rick has been fascinated by PC gaming since he was 7 years old. Dude, me too. But I'm probably older, I don't know. When he used to sneak into his dad's home office for covert sessions of Doom. Okay, we're probably the same age, but I was 6. He grew up on a diet of similarly unsuitable games with favorites including Quake. Okay, I start to like the guy. Oh man, Quake. And Quake 2, the soundtrack. Fun fact, if you had, yeah, there was no other way back then. The soundtracks of the games were basically playable by every CD player. So I listened to the soundtrack of Quake 2 on my Discman while I was on my bike or were on the way to anywhere because it was just amazing. It was metal through and through. Ah, love it. Thief, a great game. Half-Life and Deus Ex, everything's great. Between 2013 and 2022, Rick was games editor of Custom PC Magazine and associated website Big Tech Net. Don't know these two, but he's always kept one foot in freelance games journalism, writing for publications like Edge, Eurogamer, The Guardian, and naturally PC Gamer. While he'll play anything that can be controlled with a keyboard and mouse, he has a particular passion for the first-person shooter and immersive sims. Okay, I don't know why I read this one, I just was in the flow. But, okay, sounds nice, but again, I usually don't like PC Gamer. This is a fine article, as he's just taking apart the study, but again, trau keiner Statistik, die du nicht selbst gefälscht hast. Don't trust a statistic that you haven't falsified yourself, especially if the answer is plainly written on the wall. It is just that simple. Steam is not a monopoly. There are other platforms out there. Again, GOG, Epic's Game Store, these are just the two on the top of my mind all the time because I'm using them. Not as much as I should be, but this is also because, again, Steam is just the best overlay. Steam is just so user-friendly and they do a lot of things right. And this is what I really, really enjoy with Steam. There's just so much to unpack here. And I think that you are also in the same boat as I, that you're using Steam more than the other ones. Because, yeah, there are some Epic exclusive games here and there, but is that really so important? I mean, Alan Wake 2's on Epic Games, but as much as I love the Remedy connected universe, I played Alan Wake 1 multiple times. I'm not going to do the same with Alan Wake 2, as much as I like it. But Sweet Baby Inc. But this is another can of issues here. And yeah, I'm not going to delve into that basket of rotten apples in this video. But please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. Oh, wait, I completely forgot. Tomorrow, because as always, 6 times a week, we're going to stream a game out of my backlog. But tomorrow, Friday, there will be no such thing, as the Warhammer preview is tomorrow. So we're going to do that one. So the stream will be later. For me, it's in the middle of the night. But I want to see this. I want to share this with you. As you might know, in every stream that we do, we are also talking about Warhammer, as I love Warhammer as much as I don't like what Games Workshop is doing right now. Everything outside the game and a little bit inside their games. But yeah, as a Warhammer veteran of about 25 years now, I'm really, really happy for this one. But yeah, I hope that you will join us in the stream with that one. Then again, please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dings. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more video game news every day. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want you can share this video with your friends. And please turn off YouTube's restricted mode. Otherwise, have a great day my friend, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you tomorrow or later with the stream. That was the wrong order. Doesn't matter. Bye! Bye! Bye!